Lawyers revealed this week that YNW Melly's bond release hearing is very promising. As stated by a report of, YNW Melly's Double M retrial is set for September 2025, as his mother Jamie King would give an update outside of the courthouse moments after the report.
Free Melly till he's free. He's coming home, guys. Just patience. So we did have court today, him and Bort. They both had court. And so basically, the judge put a new trial date in for September 10th of 2025. Please make it make sense. I don't know. At this point, they need to just dismiss the case. So, and yeah, he still doesn't have phone calls. Still no visitation. He's still in the new facility all alone by himself, no contact. He's not allowed to have contact with any other inmates. They move him around with several guards. It's like something you never...
As with the trial being so far away, lawyers online commented believing that Melly's lawyers are going to be pushing hard for a bond or even a house arrest grant from the new judge. As it was also announced, Judge Murphy has effectively retired on August 1st. Judge Martin will oversee the YNW Melly retrial, as there is now new lawyers, prosecutors, and even a new judge in the case, as it is now delayed until September 2025, as Melly would enter the courtroom this week for the latest update.
Good morning. This is on State of Florida versus Jamel Demons. Present is Mr. Demons. Mr. Demons, can you hear us?
It would then be reported shortly after the new judge hears YNW Melly's lawyers out on a bond release. With many moving pieces for a retrial, a delay is likely. Expect the rapper to be released soon, more to come, as the prosecutors would then quickly want to put an end to this topic of discussion, as this is where the courtroom got scary. You need to remember the only reason Melly was given a mistrial was because the prosecutors didn't emphasize to the jury what YNW Melly's motive would have been to commit the crime against Sack Chaser and Juvie. However, the new lead prosecutor had just found it, as he would end up revealing inside of court that YNW Melly was very close friends with King Von leading into his arrest years ago. But very recently, a rogue O-Block member had shared a secret that YNW Melly told King Von. Then King Von told several people at O-Block. YNW Melly allegedly asked King Von for advice in 2018 on how to handle a situation where his two best friends, YNW Sack Chaser and YNW Juvie, were coming after him for financial gain.
Did Vaughn really tell you that Melly told him that he was two friends?
He ain't come out and say, like, we got into an argument. And so, you know, if you know, when people could say something without saying it. And so he told me, like, once I posted what I posted, Vaughn was mad at me. Bro, why you put up there, bro? What the bam? I'm like, you sitting up here, like, you know the love we got. You do this for us, but you gonna trust that his two friends? And he said, them was trying to extort him. And so I'm like, if they was trying to extort him, then why are you still around them?
As allegedly, Sack Chaser and Juvie were going after Melly for several months for money. Now, if you know anything about King Von's past and how he would handle situations, you can likely guess the advice Von gave YNW Melly to handle it. This was the missing piece of evidence the prosecutor were missing during the original trial, which is what was the motive. As it's important to know that the Florida Police Department arrested YNW Melly and YNW Bortlen in February 13th, 2019. Melly was even granted a mistrial in the case on July 22nd, 2023. However, even with a mistrial, Melly's remained in jail ever since they were originally arrested. Meanwhile, YNW Bortlen only sat in jail for roughly 4 days. Being released on a bond for multiple years, the police ever since day one in 2019 have only ever wanted YNW Melly. This even dates back to the week of the crime where Bortlen was interrogated by police, where he hints towards him being the innocent one throughout the interview.
And I'm driving, ducking for my life, trying to make sure I don't get hit. And you telling me, you telling me about some shit. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure I don't get hit. I'm driving. I'm trying to make sure I don't get hit. You know what I'm saying? What I'm gonna be worried about? You know what I'm saying?
I know it's not for you to worry about.
Shit crazy, bro.
But if you tell me it happened there's got to be some evidence there. There's going to be broken glass, just like there's broken glass over here from when you guys open the doors and stuff like that. Okay, there's going to be broken glass over there when the windows got out. There's going to be casings from the people at your car. Okay, there's going to be evidence over there. Okay, right now, there's nothing. I kind of think I know what happened because I got information.
As even the officer at the end said that he believes he knows what happened, but he just didn't want to say it in that moment. Ever since that interrogation, Melly has been the main suspect. Police believe that he is the only one guilty of doing the crime towards Sack Chaser and Juvie, but Bortlen just helped clean it up. As with YNW Melly sitting in a jail cell for the last 5 years, his mother would even shed some light into how his life has been behind bars. She would end up revealing she's absolutely heartbroken for her son. She feels helpless as he's not even being treated like a human in jail.
When you saw Melly's statement, just saying how he's been hurt, how he's scared for his life, as a mother, how did that make you feel?
It's heartbreaking. It made me feel completely helpless. Broward Sheriff's Office definitely needs to be investigated. I mean, they are making up their own rules. We've tried to go to court about this situation. The judge really doesn't have any jurisdiction when it comes to the jail, because we actually had a hearing about the mistreatment of him, and the jail they make their own rules. And I don't think that's fair, because I know that they need to answer to someone too.
As she would begin ranting over the fact that Melly was granted a mistrial in his first case, essentially beating the entire case, but was still left in jail. He's also not even allowed to use a phone or even look at his own mail.
My son has not been convicted of anything. And even other inmates that have been convicted or anything, they have the right to use a telephone. They have a right to be allowed to write letters to their loved ones, to receive their mail. They hold his mail, they don't give it to him.
Which led into Melly's mother taking it upon herself to get her son released from jail. She would start a petition to just have law officials look into his situation, gathering 50,000 signatures. This is when it would be announced YNW Melly has been transferred from Broward County Jail to the Paul Rain Detention Facility in Florida as he awaits his retrial to resume. However, it gets a lot deeper than this, and allow me to explain. This could result in Melly being released. As a comment would share, I believe the Paul Rain Detention Facility is to house people struggling with mental illness. I really hope that Melly is mentally okay, making many believe that Melly is struggling a lot more than what we know, as we even caught a glimpse of how scared Melly's mother is for him, as she knows what his situation is. During the original Melly trial, the moment he was granted the mistrial, his lawyers requested Melly to receive a bond out of jail or even house arrest, but sadly the judge denied it literally within 20 seconds, and even said that Melly must return to jail, causing his mother to break down into tears, even leading into Melly asking her if she was okay.
Sorry.
This ended up getting the attention of rappers in the industry, as rap OG Boosie would speak on the stress that Jamie King has been going through.
Okay, so then I met his mama while he was in. Oh, okay. I met his mom while he was in, and she real, bro. You know, she real.
She's stressed out. I heard she had a.
Yeah, she real, and I reached my hand out to him, cause I'm real. Yeah, I reached out to him, bro. I met his mom, and she a good woman, bro. And when I see them mamas like that, it remind me of what my mom was going through, bro.
As while Melly's chances of receiving a house arrest has gotten better throughout the week, Melly's been in jail for over 5 years now. It's likely that it'll be granted, but there is just one thing left that is preventing it, as YNW Melly was hit with new charges alongside YNW Bortlen.
The state filing 6 new charges against Demmons and 2 others who were allegedly involved. The charges include tampering with a witness, directing the activities of a criminal, solicitation or conspiracy to commit tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Now, a couple of those charges actually carry a life in prison sentence if there's a conviction. YNW Melly, his real name is Jamel Demons. He's actually in plain clothes in the courtroom for the first time in months, again, as this judge really starts the long process of seating a new juror.
As these new charges were connected to YNW Bortlen's massive mistake, YNW Juvie's father would expose how YNW Melly and Bortlen were witness tampering, and even what code words they used to make Melly's ex-girlfriend not testify against him in the original trial.
Both Melly, Jamel Demons, YNW Melly, and Cortland Henry, who is known as YNW Bortlen, are now charged with witness tampering. It sounds like the prosecutors are saying there was this kind of crazy way that Melly was communicating. He wasn't allowed to use the phone, but he was passing notes to people, and then this person's calling this person and then that person.
Saying like to me, they going through extreme measures to try to cover up or convince people not to testify, like Mariah mom. They was using code words like Rihanna and A$AP Rocky's baby mom. And
then on top of that, it was announced that Bortlen was arrested for more witness tampering charges, as while he was outside, his house would be raided by the feds. They ended up finding insane paperwork to use against Bortlen and Melly.
Melly's co-defendant YNW Bortlen was booked into a Miami jail Monday night and is being held behind bars on an out-of-county warrant. We just confirmed the warrant is out of Broward County for witness tampering. The warrant obtained by Law and Crime Network states as follows. On or about April 10, 2023, continuing through and including July 22, 2023, Cortland Henry, aka Bortlen, along with others, did unlawfully and knowingly engage in misleading conduct toward another person with the intent to cause or induce them to withhold testimony. The warrant continues the alleged witness had been summoned by the legal process to the jury trial of Jamel Demons, aka YNW Melly. The dates in the warrant are important. Jury selection for Melly started in mid-April, and a judge declared a mistrial on July 22nd, the same day the warrant claims Bortlen allegedly tampered with a witness.
As it would then be announced by Bryson Paul, here are the images of alleged notes discovered during the home raid of YNW Bortlen's home last week, as filed into the Broward clerks by the state. As YNW Bortlen showed up to the Melly trial for one day. While doing so, when he got home, he wrote down on a piece of paper where certain jurors were sitting in the courtroom and even a description of what they looked like, as this is illegal on several different ways. If Melly was sentenced to life in prison right then and there, who would Bortlen have given this piece of paper to, and what would have happened to all of these jurors? To understand how serious this could have ended with, here's DJ Academics' reaction.
To keep it real, this is sloppy. Bortlen, how the f you gonna have the notebook of the jurors in your house? Like, god damn. Holy sh! You know what I mean? Like, brother, like, come the f on. It's like doing a and having the surveillance tape in your DVD player or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like they raid your crib and the surveillance footage of the is in your DVD player. They be like, oh, okay, thank you, brother. This can't be at your crib.
As this is where the feds end up doing very corrupt work. Obviously, Bortlen probably wouldn't have done anything with the piece of paper that he drew on all of the jurors and what they looked like. However, Boosie ended up reacting, saying that they'll be able to turn this piece of evidence against Melly, as it could have been used as revenge if he was sentenced to life in prison.
Now they're putting even more charges on him, and then
when they want you, they want you. I knew they wanted them bad when they waited for that law to get passed. They waited all the way.
Penalty.
So it'd be 8-4.
Oh, right. Yeah.
You know, they waited all the way till that law got passed to take him to trial.
Yeah, he was in jail for what, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah. They could have been took you to trial.
You're right.
They waited till that law got passed and took him to trial a couple months later. When they want you, man. Just don't see how he didn't get a bond after a fucking mistrial.
Yeah.
That made me like, god damn.
Yeah.
Like, after a mistrial, that doesn't happen, really.